So I'm just going to open this video with one huge truth that some people don't want to hear, some people haven't heard yet, but if you are sleeping on TikTok, you are making a huge mistake. TikTok is a great platform for building brand awareness, for working with companies. Companies and businesses are moving in droves to TikTok to build their own platform on TikTok, and they're looking for creators and influencers to help them do that. So you're missing a lot if you're not over on TikTok. Plus, TikTok is fun, a great way to get short form content out there. I love TikTok, and this video is another of my TikTok series. In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 tips for getting your videos to trend on TikTok, and we're going to do that right now. So hey there, welcome in and welcome back to the channel. I am Ken with KenTheContentCoach.com, and on this channel, I like to give tips and tricks to help new content creators or even veteran content creators tips to succeed across all platforms and content creation. Again, in this video, we're going to talk about 3 tips that I have for making your videos trend on TikTok, helping your videos be seen so that you can establish your presence on a powerful platform with short form content. Now, before we get into this, I know there's some of you that have not bought into the idea that TikTok is valuable. There are several ways that TikTok has helped me, not only to become better at short form content, because that's what that platform is, but becoming better at short form content also translates into helping me to become a better long form content producer. It helps me get to the point quicker. It helps me be able to get my ideas across in a shorter time frame. It's no secret that attention spans are getting shorter, and short form content, the success of it, is a clear illustration of that fact. Now, before we get into the tips that I have for you, I want to say right up front that content is king, and that is true on every platform. TikTok is no exception. The content that you put out is always going to be the #1 way of making sure that your videos trend, that people want to watch your videos. Your content, the way that it looks, the content that you have, the message you're putting out, whatever it is you're talking about, it has to be interesting and engaging, and there's a lot of ways to do that. Along with this, you also want to make sure that you are using good video and good lighting. Grab a ring light from Walmart, grab an Elgato key light, grab some softbox lighting from Amazon. There's several different ways you can light your face and you to separate yourself from the background. Lighting is always going to make your videos look better. So along with the content itself, content is king. Lighting and good video are aesthetically pleasing, and that's going to keep people around also. If you see a video that's kind of dark and you can't really tell what it is, our minds just do not really work well with that. You want to make sure that your video is aesthetically pleasing so that people will want to watch it. Okay, so the tips that I have for you for your videos. Now, #1, we're going to talk about getting your audience's attention, getting the viewer's attention. It's no secret that attention spans, once again, are shorter. Literally on TikTok or with any short form content, on the average, you have about 3 seconds to get somebody's attention before they scroll past to the next video. One way that you can do that is with text on the screen. So when you open your TikTok video, when you start producing that video, you get the video done and then you jump forward to the editing screen. You want to add text to it, even if it's only in the beginning of the video. Text is a great graphical representation of what that video is about, and if you use text effectively, then you can grab attention very quickly. A lot of times I'll put text sort of at the top of the screen, and I'll make the text look different. So I'll open it up with, how to, in this case, how to create a TikTok, and you can see create a TikTok. I'm making that text look a little bit differently. Next up is your transition. Your transition, you can actually use several different ways to transition yourself into the video. One thing that I like to do is sort of look down. And so I'll start with the video. I'll be kind of down like this and then just throw my head up so you see my head coming right up in the video. That is attention grabbing. There's all kinds of transitions. A lot of times that's going to be better than if you're just on screen when you start. I still do a lot of those also, but again, there's so many different elements that go into making an opening of a video engaging to hook the audience. That is one great way to do it. Transition yourself into that scene. And one more way is buzzwords. You can open your video with buzzwords, either speaking them or on the screen. Things like how to, did you know, top 3 tips, things like that. Something that your audience may be looking for that will tell them right away, okay, this video is going to tell me this video is going to tell me how to do this video is going to give me some tips, and your audience is more likely to stick around and watch that. So again, you have to hook quick, you have to get their attention quickly, and your niche and your personality and your form of content is going to kind of determine how you do that. If you have any questions about ways you can do that, throw those down below and I will help you personalize based on your niche and your content. I'll take a look at your TikToks and see what I can offer to help you with that. All right, so tip #2 is to jump on trending sounds and effects. Now, TikTok, when you talk about short form content, TikTok is one of the most interesting platforms as far as trending sounds. Not only are there sounds that TikTok has offered in, there's music there that TikTok has added. There's also millions of users that have added their own trending sounds, that have created some different dialogue along with music that are just interesting. If you have ever scrolled through TikTok, I'm sure that you've come across several interesting different opening sounds. Now, the cool thing about this, the way that the TikTok algorithm works, is that if there's a trending sound, TikTok is more likely to push that out across to your audience. So if you're jumping on these trending sounds, and I'll show you a couple of examples here in just a second, but if you're jumping on those trending sounds, then it's so much easier to get your video out to your audience. The trending sounds, if you've ever been through TikTok, once you start to hear a trending sound once, as you know, you can scroll through the app and you just hear it over and over and over. It's a great way to get your video out there. Now, it's very important in thinking about this that the key to this is relating that trending sound to your niche. Again, I'll show you a few examples of the way that I've been able to do that. But if you can relate that trending sound to your niche, then number one, you're still serving your audience, because your audience, the people that have followed you because of the specific type of content that you're putting out, the specific things that you're talking about. And so relating that sound to your niche is very important, so that they're still getting the value that they've come to seek from your platform, but they're also hearing the trending sounds. And again, trending sounds are pushing. So here's a few examples of the way that I've used trending sounds that have nothing to do with the actual content, but using text on the screen, I've been able to relate it to the niche. Here's a few examples.
Azigana douchnu, Arabini gunu wudu, Narzibanupto, Ashigana nada, Rama doodoo, Akurna schnura.
Give it to me, baby, like boom, boom, boom. Give it to me, baby, like boom, boom, boom. Give it to me, baby, like boom, boom, boom. Give it to me, baby, like boom, boom.
Watch this short video to get 30 minutes of.
So hopefully those will help you out. I mean, seriously, do not sleep on trending sounds. They are valuable. You want to use them. It makes the videos engaging, makes them fun. It keeps people on the app, and it keeps people watching your videos. So trending sounds very important. If you're still here watching this video at this point, first of all, thank you. Do me a favor, smash that like button. And if you're into this type of content, hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate that. Make sure you ring the bell so that you will never miss a video when it comes out. Let's jump right into number 3. Now, number 3 is something that the value of it kind of varies depending on your content and what you're doing. It's good. It can also not be good. We'll talk about why, but that's going to be hashtags. Now, hashtags are important to your content if used properly. There's several ways to use hashtags the right way, and there's several ways to use them the wrong way. First of all, when it comes to hashtags, the purpose of hashtags on TikTok is so that TikTok knows what audience to send your video to. So there are people that watch routinely certain types of content from certain hashtags, and the TikTok algorithm sort of groups them together so that they keep serving that same type of content to that viewer that has shown the interest in those hashtags. So as you know, when you create a video and you start to add hashtags to that video at the end, then when you type in a specific hashtag, you start to see numbers of views pop up for that hashtag. That numbers of views is important because it can tell you how important or how valuable that hashtag is because of the number of views that it's had. So that can kind of give you an indication of maybe what you can expect. Now, there's more to it than that. You want to make sure that you're using a good mix of popular hashtags and less popular hashtags according to the size of your TikTok account, how many followers you have, and how engaging your audience has been with your videos. One good rule of thumb is to use hashtags that, for the most part, if you're a smaller account, you want to use hashtags that are a little less used. The reason for that is because as your video goes out, you have a better chance of being seen with that hashtag because you're not competing with so many other videos and so many bigger accounts that are also using that hashtag. Kind of the way that I have formed my hashtag strategy is that I will try to target some within my niche. So I'll go like hashtag content creation, something, something. I'm going to look for hashtags that sort of fall in that 100,000, maybe less than that, but up to like 500,000. At that point, you're competing with less views. You still want to sprinkle in some of those bigger hashtags because the more your video gets viewed, the more you'll start to kind of trend in those hashtags also. And the bigger your account grows, the more effective you can start to use those bigger, more popular hashtags and get your video seen that way. And most importantly, on top of all of this, make sure that you do use hashtags that are related to the niche and the content of the video that you're doing. If you really want to grow your account on TikTok, one important piece, and I will jump on the sword for this opinion that I have, is that niching down is important depending on your goals. If you have goals, if you're trying to build a brand, if you're trying to reach a specific audience every time, you want to establish yourself within that specific niche. For example, my niche is content creation, helping creators grow on TikTok, grow on social media. So those are the hashtags that I use every time. It can be very deadly to your account to grow your account the wrong way to where you're using hashtags that have nothing to do with what your content is, with what your niche is. Because let's say that you have a video that you do that has nothing to do with your niche. You use hashtags that get it out to different audiences. Let's say that video blows up, that video trends, you get millions of views on it, you get a bunch of followers because of that. The problem is, if that video and those hashtags had nothing to do with your content, with your platform, with your niche that you're trying to be a part of, then that audience more than likely is not going to necessarily care about the rest of the content that is within your niche. So you want to be careful about how you're doing that. One more thing on hashtags. A lot of people like to use the hashtag FYP, hashtag For You page. Those hashtags, I don't use those, and I recommend you don't use those either, because those are the most widely used hashtags on TikTok, and you are competing with billions and billions of videos when you use those. So if you have any questions about any of these tips that I've just thrown out there to you, this was kind of a general guide for how to make your videos trend. Those are the top 3 tips that I have. There's a lot more to those, and each one of those could probably be a separate video, which I'm sure that I'll do at some point. But if you have any specific questions about any of those tips, make sure you throw them down in the comments. I will definitely come through and answer those. And hey, there are plenty of ways to not grow your account also. If you are interested in hearing about ways to not grow your account, check out the next video that I have for you right here. This video will explain to you the reason why I restarted my TikTok account. Check this video out. Hopefully this helps. If you have questions about any of this, reach out to me here on Instagram. All that information is available on my website. Until the next video, thanks so much for watching this one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Just hit record. We'll see you with the next video.